460 new listings.
Yeah, 468.
Okay. How does that compare with a year ago, maybe at this time, roughly? I'm not wanting it to the.
Sir,
I haven't got the numbers in front of me. So
here's the trap that he was set in reference to. You know what you're talking about. Now I'm going to have to honestly say I don't know that number from last year, but here's what I would suspect is I suspect that that the number of new listings that have come up here in the last 4 weeks or 5 weeks are probably going to surpass what last year's number of homes, because we're playing that catch-up game, from earlier in the year where everybody kind of got stymied by all the snow and the rain and the water and the flooding and that sort of thing. And I think now, not saying that we're 100% past it, because there's still people that are struggling and they still have some wants and needs to get their things fixed and taken care of. But we're now in that position where we're playing catch-up. And like, for example, this weekend, and I can just speak to for myself. Was busy all weekend. I was busy on Saturday and on Sunday. Was helping buyers. We got a home under contract for one of my buyers. I have a seller that we got their house. We're negotiating inspections, and it's just a lot of moving parts. And it's, knock on wood, I mean, I love the activity and the busyness of it. But when people say, well, it typically gets a little slower this time of year, right? And I smile and say, no. The Sioux Falls economy right now is very vibrant and very strong. We talk about that too. For example, the Sioux Falls home builders.
And you're talking Sioux Falls area, too.
Yeah, and so I'm a member of the Sioux Falls home builders as an associate, and so I get their publication, their magazine. And one of the things in their magazine related to like their September stats that they had was the Sioux Falls unemployment rate was 2.1% versus that was the lowest compared to North Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, and Nebraska. So what that tells you is that when the home builders, when they come in to talk to you and say, we're struggling to find people to, do some of these things and help us accomplish, it's not only the home builders, it's, the businesses in general. It's a great problem that we have, and we're working on it and solving it. But our economy is going fast. The housing market has been just exceptional, this year. Now I know that when you try to compare last year to this year, you got some extenuating circumstances in reference to early part of the year, but to the point of this 468, yeah, that's really good.
Normally, this Monday is the third Monday of the month is the Remodeler Show.
Mm-hmm.
But I took a call last week from one Paul Nelson who said, "I'm tired. I can't do anymore. I've got to get away with Nick, my son, to go get some R&R." Could we move the show to the fourth week? So that's the reason they're not here today.
Yeah, I believe it.
They're busy.
I totally get it, and I'm with you. That's one of my. So with my team, we talk about the whole thing of what are we doing, setting objectives, how do we handle our week, our schedule, that sort of thing. And one of the things that I have set on my schedule is I need to set a day where I just say I'm going to take X day off, or take off and go and spend a little time with the family. Because it's so busy, and you want to make sure that you're helping your clients as best you can, and this as well. I mean, with all your clients and people you work with, you're kind of on point just about every day, and so you really have to be very you have to be very on point where you just say, I've just got to take this day and go. So good for Paul and his son.